Coach, last week we talked about the importance of coming out the second half of the season with a win. You guys did just that. Talk to me about that performance against a red-hot Seattle Seabold.
Yeah, look, they're a really good side, and I was pleased to the way we played in that second half. We controlled the territory, controlled possession, and then managed to score some good tries, come over the top and take the lead and then finish the game off. So it was encouraging because there's been moments in other games during the season we haven't quite been able to do that, so really pleased with it.
Coach, it was 24-10 at the half break. What did you tell the team coming into that second half?
Yeah, look, we knew it was a little bit tough playing into the wind, and the wind was quite tricky. And we also knew that playing in the heat, they're going to tire and they're going to get a little bit slower and lose a bit of energy. So we just wanted to really play with lots of energy, play in the right parts of the field, and I thought we did that well.
Last week we talked about a little bit about this weather becoming a factor now for the opposing teams. This weekend was a perfect example.
Yeah, it is, and it's going to be like that for the rest of the year at home. And look, we're loving that these teams have got to come down here and play in the heat, and it's not easy for us, but we're just getting used to it, and we're just making sure we're playing our game, focusing on us, and then being able to come home in the second half and
you start the season all 3-1, then a 1-3 slide before the break, the halfway point. What did you learn about your team coming from behind on Saturday?
Yeah, look, I think we should get a lot of confidence out of it. We're able to adapt and had a bit of resilience and come back. And look, I thought the guys off the bench did a great job, so they've set a good standard for our guys coming off the bench and into the game. It was a good performance in that second half.
How key was it to have Jordan back?
Yeah, he's a good man and he played well. And look, I'm sure his lungs were struggling a bit and he was a bit rusty, but he'll be better for the game.
And lastly for me, Jonah, talk to me. Player of the match, 2 tries, critical scores. His play.
Yep, he's having an awesome season so far. He's really physical when he carries. He's good defensively. He's good over the ball. So he's doing everything that we want him as a good number 7.
Can one win like you had last week? I mean, how much can that mean propelling you towards the end of the season?
It certainly gives the guys a lot of confidence and trust in what we're doing. I said to them at the start of the week around our preparation, so we prepared really well for that game. And it's been the same for this week. So if we get our preparation right, then we can get our performance right. And I think that showed on Saturday.
Just final question. You mentioned the heat. I think the game's at night. Are you kind of happy that it's a night game instead of a day game?
Like our guys, I wouldn't say we struggle in the heat, but it's certainly harder for teams to come here. Hopefully it's a little bit cooler, but you never know in New Orleans in this place because it can be hotter at night as well as during the day. So.